then you will get support inside. Then support means success. This is a gradual phenomenon. People are not capable of understanding. At the time of solitude, they are afraid. At the time of struggle, they are hopeless. At the time of sacrifice, they are totally finished and they are ethically, morally collapsed. So they take also imprecise and immoral methodologies. These people are converted. And people with support, they get enthusiasm. With success, they get patriotism and they will save the country at all. So this is the 5 major impacts that we can create in the society. And one more thing is a whirlpool effect. Very interesting effect is whirlpool effect. What is it? There is a hierarchy known as correction hierarchy. What is it known as? Correction hierarchy. Whom we have to correct, where we have to start. There is a whirlpool effect in that. That should be a good government. Good government means it should be selected by a good society. A good society means it should be formed, it should be trained by a good government. There itself we are having a whirlpool. Okay. If the government is not vigilant, society be vigilant. Who is going to make the society vigilant? Media people. They are having the responsibility for the state. But they are not doing the same thing. Who are going to bell the cat of media? Then also the people. Who are going to bell the cat of the people? Then media. Who are going to bell the cat of media? Government. Who are going to bell the cat of government? It is a whirlpool effect. You see, everybody is interconnected. By catching the mic, we can shout in loudspeakers that media is to be made. Public is to be made. Government is to be made. It is not like that. Everybody is interconnected. People only form the media. People only form the government. So, it is to form. Somebody asked, if you are saying like that whirlpool effect, then what is the possible way? It is to select from the community a committed number of people who can radiate the society and create awareness in different steps. It is not the society, it is not the media, it is not the government. There are some people with the same spirit inside. They may be scattered, they may be having no mutual connectivity between each other, there may be lack of resources between them to do something in practical implementation. Select those people. How to select those people? Conferences. Confidential meeting, confident meeting and conferential meeting where we can meet lot of like-minded people, think, work with them and implement various suggestions. So to get the cream of the society, 100 members of the society by means of constitutional development, by bringing the rules of ethics, institutional development by institutes of journalism, institutes of media, institute of public administration, institutes for good governance, institutes for ethics and education, it is institutional. So constitutional and institutional that should parallelly travel together, and we have to work only with the cream members of the society and wait for 10 to 20 years so that they can permeate the society and create such a media which can invigorate the society, a media which is also serving as the invigilator of the society, should be invigilated by the society itself. The society should be the watchdog of media and media should be the watchdog of the society, and likewise government. Everywhere there is an intertwined, there is an intercollaborative vision between both of them to have a proper way of action. That is possible only by selecting. You cannot enter and you should not enter all of these various faculties. Select a cream member of people who are available, with whom everything is possible, who are transparent, who are ready to work. To create somebody or to form somebody who is not ready, to prepare readiness and to create everything from the alphabetical level is very difficult. It is just trying to make a old woman by means of plastic surgery to form as a bride and to organize her marriage. It is a very useless wastage of money and also impossible in nature. So the cream member of people, the problem is 3. They don't have resources, they don't have connectivity, they don't have acquaintance. Acquaint with them, connect with all people, create your own resources by means of your own possible endeavors and create a cream member of people. Immediately you cannot do anything. Work for your grandchildren, work for the future generation, work for the earth that is going to lie after our death. If you are going to see something tomorrow, that is a boon. That is a boon. If you can see something even at the time of your deathbed, it is a blessing. But if you are going to contribute something for the society, it is your burden, it is your responsibility, you have to contribute that. If we have our boon or blessing or not, we don't know. But let us execute our burden of responsibility so that at least our grandchildren and the future generations or denizens of the earth can be very competently available in a compatible environment. With the respiration in a real sense of freedom or liberty, whatever you call, where they can be fully secure and prosperous. At least we can do that for. And finally, coming to the concluding session, I want to just explain about the grades of ethicism. Ethicism means everything is ethical, lot of things are ethical, lot of things are unethical. Sorry sir, what happened? I have lost your pen. Okay. No mention. This is also a type of mistake. It is within the forgivable area. And sorry sir, what happened? I have stolen your car. So it is not like that. So ethical, whenever you say something ethical, that should be grades. I am going to say about 10 grades. There are 100 grades of ethics. And whether they are pardonable or not, remediable or not, rectifiable or not, or realizable or not, repentable or not, innumerable things are there. There should be a book on ethics, authorized for the society and authored by us in such a manner that it becomes the magnum opus or Encyclopedia Britannica of the ethical concept at all. We should sit and work in that. So the first grade of ethics, what we call is unwillingness and laziness. It is the first unethical practice. Any person lazy to think about ethics or unwilling to think about their own performance, risk, responsibility, etc. is the first unethical person. But that is excusable. That thing is very negligible and that should be lamentable, and we should see that how it works in proper way. That is the first thing. Second thing is a person entering inside a work without having the deserving nature. That is the second thing. They don't deserve at all. Whenever you see academic entry, they get into BE, BTech, MBBS, etc. without having deserving, without having proper work. Why? What is the reason for the unethical product inside? If the person is not fully qualified, his performance, there are two things. One is academic entry, then academic exit, professional exit and entry. So you should not frame into professional exit, where you come out of the job because of your imprecision or your non-qualitative performance or adverse performance. So if a person starts at the academic level itself, not properly deserving to take the academic career, that person's professional output, how it will be? If a person gives 50,000 rupees as a bribe and gets the driver's license, what will be the life of the people who are the travelers or the passengers inside? They will be in danger. The only benefit they can get in their life is they can give their insurance amount to their children. Apart from that, from such a person, what benefit they can get? They cannot get any benefit at all. So if a person gives 50 lakhs of rupees and passes MS surgery, how we can hopefully handle our brain or hand over our brain or heart, any other serious portion of our body, and how we can hopefully anticipate for a relief. So this is a problem in this society. So deservingness is the second thing. Any person who is not qualifying himself to the task that he has taken, he is unethical. Third thing is preparedness. Any person who is not prepared, the persons are coming with 5 things according to Shastras. Expectation, second thing is imitation, exploration, evasion and associative network. What is expectation? They have seen the society. Whenever they are coming for a job, for example, civil supplies. Whenever they are coming for the job, even before entering that, they expect that, yes, I can get this much amount daily. So, they get them the expectation, not expectation of service or something. Whenever they have understood that this job fetches this amount of money, that is behind the screen or behind the scene or underneath the table. So they know, apart from their salary, the gallery of bribery by which they can get their additional remuneration, that is also already expected. They are studying whenever a person who has delivered the bribe and received the bribe for 5 lakhs, they are arrested. Whenever you are reading that, there are 2 ideologies. One is how to avoid bribery. Second is how to avoid arrest at the time of bribery. This second super intelligence only will work for most of the people instead of the first type of or first grade of intelligence. So this is a problem with the society. So the third thing is, whenever you are doing a job, you are getting with an expectation. Second thing is imitation. How they did, we should do like that. Exploration. Is there any sophisticated way of doing it in a better way? Can we do the same bribery in an advanced technical methodology? Nano bribery. Is there any possibility? Like nanotechnology. So exploration. The fourth thing is evasion. How to evade from the punishments. How to organize these things in a very perfect manner. Construction technology of the bribery fort. How we can make that. This is the fourth thing. Fifth thing is associative network. What is associative network? If I want to get bribery, if I want to be obese by bribery, I should give something as bali to the upadevatas and paradevatas. So the subordinates and superordinates for their silence and continued blessings, we should also feed them. So we have to create an associative network. What is associative network? Some person in the superordinate or somebody in the superior level, those who can contribute or those who can mutely spectate, or those who can organize such opportunities, for whom we can organize opportunities and get a reasonable share of the benefit as well as the sin we can get by organizing things to them. So that is the superordinate person. Subordinates for maintaining silence, otherwise they will write some petitions. And they will come for the job for the same bribery. It is not against bribery. Why he should take bribery and why I should not? That is the problem with them. And they are not against bribery. They are against the bribery of the person. Why he should get that bribery? So there should be an associative network for that. Subordinates, superordinates, some policemen also if cases are filed, some judiciaries, some ready advocates, ever ready, 24 hours ready advocates, anytime we can get a problem. So this is an associative network. So this is the present situation of the society where everybody enters with expectation, imitation, exploration, evasion and organizing associative network. It is a real situation of the society. Each and everything can be bombarded by a missile. It should be a 1 year course, it should not be a 1 hour discourse. It should be 1 year course, not 1 hour discourse. So this is the third thing. Fourth thing is we should understand what is inequality in the society, what is injustice in the society. Great people, they explain what is injustice. The ruling government or the rule of nature that gives both retributive and contributive justice, reward and punishment. Reward is meant for the dutiful people and punishment is for the dutyless people or the erring people. Somehow it is misplaced. The rewards for the good people and innocent and the suffering people are squeezed by the unorganized, unethical members of the society. And punishments that are to be suffered by these people, they are mounted on the heads of the innocent and unwanted people, those who are totally above this and beyond this type of unethical framework. So those people, those who are far away from this reach, they are somehow invited and everything is surmounted on their head. So punishment to the unconnected people and rewards to the unconnected people, that is the present trend of this society. And one more trend is somebody asked, Swamiji, which is better? I am working for a rightful thing, but I am going by a wrongful means. The pathway is wrong, but the end is right. And second thing is, I am working for a wrong thing, but I am taking a rightful path. Which is better? So, if somebody is to be asked, sir, can you kindly suggest me which leg I should amputate for you? Right or left? Then he will say that I should be having both the legs. Both the things are equally corrupting. And you should understand, if you are making a wrongful thing with a rightful practice or pretension, it will create a wrong incident in the society. If you are doing even a rightful thing but through a wrongful way, it will create a bad precedent in the society. By saying that, lot of people will start doing that. No doubt your impact may be somewhat beneficial, somewhat connected with development at all, but it will be a wrong precedent on saying which Thirumangai, Robin Hood, those people, they just plundered the property of public and distributed. They were capable of withstanding themselves. Thirumangai, Parakala Suri, he has been told that he has brought back the lives of people whom have been reported as being murdered by him. He cannot bring back that life. They were supernatural people. They were people of the S.A.R.P.V era. They are not totally practicable for all eras, for all grounds and all provinces and all contexts. So it should be a wrong precedent if we follow these things. That will be a wrong incident. So it is not properly made. So, and what is the driving force behind doing all of these things? It is known as a survival technology. Somebody asked, why you are doing this type of corruption? Corruption, I have given a very wonderful explanation in a seminar on corruption. Somebody asked, what is the difference between dishonesty and corruption? A latent instinct, unorganized instinct, corrupt instinct is known as dishonesty. A dishonest execution is known as corruption. So that which is inside, the conceptive framework is known as dishonesty. Executive framework is known as corruption. And corruption, you should understand, corruption is not only getting money, nepotism, bringing your own people in the form of favoritism, not doing the work. Corruption is of two types, somebody told. For getting your work done, which is your duty, to get corruption. To do something that is other than your duty, to do corruption. The third thing is worst. To do something against your duty, to get corruption. So corruption has innumerable problems like that. This corruption, how it is fostered? By our need, by our emergency, by our craving, by our craze, by our fancy and expectations, we only boost corruption. Immediately I want something. If I just wait for a non-corruptive network, then I may be losing something. I want something that is need. I want something immediately to be done. I am impatient. So our impatience, our need to get the thing and our obstinacy and our crazyful motions and notions, that only make the people to be more corruptive. So corruption, rather than the people who are corruptive, the persons who are favoring their corruptism by means of getting their own benefits. You are also benefited in corruption. There are two things. To get your rights, you are giving corruption. That is to be prevented, that is to be protested. To get favor, if you are corrupting, you are also equally corrupted. For getting your rights, for example, I want admission in a hospital. I want admission in an education institution. I want water. These are your basic needs and rights constitutionally given. For that, if you are giving corruption, then that is not so much problems. But whenever for your fancy and favor, you are giving corruption, you are also equally sinful with that person, really. So, we are also developing this type of corruption in the society. And this type of corruption, what I have told now, or dishonesty, is sparing our resources, sharing secrets, and working under our ability. Substandard way of performing your duty, that is also corruption. I told in the seminar that if you can do more, if you are doing less than what ought you have done, or what should you have done, then certainly that is also a corruption. And a person working for the salary alone, without catering to the development of the institution, is also corrupted. So the person should work in a manner that he will spare no efforts for the sustenance of the company, he will spare no efforts for doing something more contributive than what he is expected. So that type of contributive facilitation or felicitation should be there inside a person, then only he is a non-corrupt person. So this corruption and dishonesty is very much to be studied. A small corruption is there. Somebody told how you will grade corruption based on the impact. Quality degradation comes by corruption. Whenever you appoint somebody, there are two types of appointment. A person having full eligibility, but as he is close to you, belonging to the same caste or religion, he is placed. Thus he is lesser harm. The person not having the similar quality or not having that type of strong quality to face or eligibility to face that professional environment, if the person is placed, it is a loss. Two loss. One is, we are not getting the resourceful implantation of a capable person. We are also spoiled, that organization is also spoiled by means of a non-resourceful, non-committed, prevaricated, fit for nothing, useless goose. We are also getting the loss through them. So not getting the profit of the person and getting the loss by this person, so it is a by-ended loss. Getting loss and not getting profit at all. So quality degradation is to be measured. What is the quality degradation? First thing is inefficiency. If there is inefficiency in a function, that is to be addressed as initial thing. That has only 20 grades, 20 grade units of quality degradation through corruption. And no doubt that is limitedly punishable. Second thing is loss, financial loss. By organizing unorganized elements inside the society, due to lack of inefficiency, delays the project. Inefficiency misplaces the priority. Whereas if there is loss by means of a hazardous administration, the person is to be more punished. If it is slow, less punished. If the person makes loss, financial loss, or collapse to the financial integrity of the environment, the person is to be more punished. Third thing is danger. Whenever there is an impending danger like disease, for example, if there is an adulteration in child's food, in baby food, how many people they are admitted in hospital, how many people die. So depending upon its impact or influence that reflects in the society, the quality degradation is to be measured and the corruption is to be measured. In some area, there is a corruption which is like ant bite, some other areas it is like a snake bite. In some other areas, it is justifiable, in some areas it is excusable, some areas it is negligible, some areas it should be considerable, some areas the person should be executed. So there are corruptions which are equal to nuisances, there are certain high level corruptions which are equal to genocide, mass genocide and homicides. Spoiling a person, spoiling a society, spoiling the whole society is there. So corruption resulting in fatality, where the construction, the adulteration in the constructive proportionate mixture that has created collapsing of the building resulting in lives of hundreds of children. Adulteration in food resulting in diarrhea, other diseases, creating fever and unwanted things, even resulting in fatality. Negligence of a person, a driver or a performer or a manufacturer of an automobile where the passengers are getting into accident, collapse by explosion. So negligence or corruption are of innumerable types, and that corruption results in fatality is no more distinguishable than homicide. The person should be taken only in section 302 as a person with a premeditated form of murder, because he knows that it is going to do such thing in the society. Even though sectionally it is not includable, functionally, effectively it should be included in such a manner. So this is the understanding of what we call corruption in the society. Then what favor we are getting, why we are very much obligable and flexible to this type of external forces. Number one, we want a job. Number two, we want some sort of extension. We want promotion. We don't want transfer, or we want a proper transfer in which we can be with our teeth and kin. We want a selective transfer. So for getting this transfer, electing bonus, getting status in the society, enriching your prosperity, innumerable things that tempts you to go for a favor to these people. So the next thing is the sixth status of or grade of ethicism is, if a person organizing an environment fails to harness the resources of his subordinates, fails to form a team of like-minded people, that is also an unethical practice. Every person working in office should create an integrated environment, an amicable environment. A person failing to harness the potence, unable to create a tendency of teamwork, he is also failing in ethical question. He is also to be punished. That is also unethical in the sixth grade. Then one more thing is target drive. You know that in companies like insurance companies, they say that this year your target is like that. Then you will become first star, second star, 3-star, 5-star. Then you will get sun, then you will go to moon. Like that, there are a lot of incentive and bonus given to people. They are running after target. That is not harmful. That is not harmful. And if a terrorist fixes a target, within this month you should do at least 12 bombings. Then you will be promoted as a senior commandant of our army. Then is that target drive very much solicited by us? Or is it palatable to social integrity or security? It's not like that. If there is a police officer, like sub-inspector, we have given, you should get 50 theft cases and 25 burglary within this month. He will be inspector. He himself will rob in houses, he himself will commit burglary in houses, and he will try to create a quantitative target because he has to finish 50 and 25. And he is totally impatient. By means of natural course of promotion, at the time of retirement, he will be considered whether he can be an inspector or not. By means of natural thing, as there is a competition by recommendation, by such a type of target acquisition, lot of people will be there in the row. And there is no hope and scope for the person to get that benefit. Immediately, 50 plus 25, as he is having close connection with all the unruly elements of the society, more than the unruly elements, what he will do is immediately he will organize. He will call somebody, come here, Kapala Bhairav. Within this month, I will give you 25% share. You organize 50 burglary and 20 theft. And you create everything, fabrication, by target drive. What are the benefits of target drive? 3 R's we used to say. Reward, revenge and revenue. By using power you can revenge anybody, get rewards, get revenue like that. It is target drive. It is unethical practice of target acquisition. So target is meant for creating enthusiasm as well as encouragement inside the people. That has created a wrong encouragement so that they have to fabricate something, create presuppositional as well as superpositional things out of their own imagination, that by exploiting the innocence of the people and putting everybody into trouble. This is the problem. And the other thing, finally, the 8th offense or the 8th state or grade of unethicism is nothing but embezzlement of money. How much money it has been embezzled, from where it has been embezzled. Embezzling money which should go to the poor man's belly in the form of food, it is dangerous. The Shastras, they distinguish, they discriminate between offences. Beating a cow and beating a dog are not one and the same. Like that, even though on just universal consideration, everything is cruelty against animals. But it is cruelty plus anti-sanctity. So it has an additional thing. So normally all are living beings like that. If you swindle from somebody, or you swindle from richness of the society, or you swindling from the abundance of the society, or you swindling from the sufficiency of the society, Are you swindling from the fragmental existence of a few elements of the society? Are you exploiting something from the already nullified contents of the society? There are 6 gradations from this embezzlement at all. It is a very subtle way of understanding. Atheism books, if you see, unless a person is Vedically educated or spiritually qualified, they cannot imagine this subtlety at all. So this type of solution should be made, customizing to the society on all areas, and how each and every area we can make a preventive thing. And the 9th thing is criminal offences. Somebody is unethical means robbery, burglary, theft, murder, attempt to murder, assault, rape, everything comes under unethical thing of the 9th grade. 10th thing, totally against the welfare of the nation. Treachery and treason, against the welfare of the nation, that is the 10th level. Apart from that, there is 11th level, working against conscience and God, not worshipping God, surrendering to God. That is an ethical point of the 11th standard, which we are making from our own spiritual consideration. So, unwillingness is the first one, not deserving is the second one, and also the third thing is reward and punishment exchange. Then 4th thing is a person acting with proper real methodology, but with expectation, limitation, with some other purpose. He is working hard, but with some other purpose. You know that all the burglars, all the thieves, they will work more than what an officer he works in an office. Vigilance, hard working, sleeplessness, everything, all qualities you list. Prepare a list of it. Immediately you can see everything is there. So hard work for a different purpose. That should not be there. There should not be corruption and dishonesty in the manner that we have done. We should create team consciousness. If you are not utilizing your resources, if you are not using the resources that are available around you, then also ethically you are failing. You are cheating your own company, organization, nation, or your house, or your education, or whatever you are taken as a task. Then there is financial embezzlement, different levels of corruption and its impact. Then there is a moral impeachment of heinous crimes. Then iniquitous crimes in which you are going against the national welfare and security. These are the various things. And in administrative ethics, spiritual people, they should create 3 things and they should treat 3 things. There are 3 things to be treated. There are 3 things to be treated. Treated, it is the same. If you are giving a feast, that is also a treat. Treating is in one more sense removing a disease. There are 3 things. The first disease is arrogance. Each and every officer is having the feet of his superiors on his head and his feet on the head of his inferiors or subordinates. It is the Guru Parampara of the all officers. In Guru Parampara we used to say that our Guru's feet it will be on our head and our feet will be on the head of our disciples. Like that it is in the officers' egoistic hierarchy, it is very much obvious. So they should be treated very well for the primary disease which totally uproots their ability. Due to egoism, they fail to create deep consciousness and integrity in their environment. Due to egoism, makes your blind way of action that will result in failure or non-accessibility to real fruit of action that you are doing. So first that egoism should be avoided. Egoism is entirely different from prestige. Egoism is entirely different from rigidity. Egoism is different from control. A small dosage of the rigidity, control, self-prestige and esteem that is polluted by means of self-centrism, that becomes egoism. Everything is one and the same. Milk with sugar becomes your courage, rigidity, organizing ability, control, self-esteem. Milk with salt becomes egoism. It is sugar and salt variation. That is the first disease. Second disease is tension. Always they are having impatience. There is impatience that are outburst on all people. The clients, the beneficiaries, co-workers, their projects, the success rate, everything that is reflected. So they should be treated with tension. Their tension is somewhat material tension. They should be treated with a spiritual tension, a methodology of maintaining stability with ability in a divine consciousness where they can have a free way of execution of everything without strain and stress. That is the second disease that they are possessing. Third thing is very wondrous. It is caliber erosion. Most of the IAS officers or most of the topmost officers, I want to admit in the public, in privacy, because it is a public-private discussion. In privacy, I have to admit, most of the people, they are losing or already lost their caliber. They are only empty boxes with the fragrance of asafoetida, which was there once. Nobody is having the ability to understand what you are talking. Nobody is having the ability to design. group working, already existing precedences, referential works, network, consultancy with real people with real brains, by which they are running the show now. So that caliber should be also molded and consolidated. Only spiritual people can do that. Otherwise, which they cannot practice ethics, or they will fall into the pit of non-ethicism. So to prevent them from falling into the pit of non-ethicism, and also energizing them to fall into the resourceful embrace of ethical precision, we should see that they are treated like this. These three things are to be totally removed, and there should be created three things. One is social concern. They don't have any concern about the society at all. They don't know anything about the society. They know only the figures. They know only their officers. They know only the file. They can't imagine or visualize what impact it is had on the form of smile in the faces of the poor. They cannot understand what is sweat, what is blood, what is smile, what is tear. These type of expositions and their inner meanings they can't imagine at all. So they should be brought with social concern. They should work somewhere. These are going for mountaineering, ecotourism, wildlife tourism. Already they are in wildlife. Why to go for once more wildlife tourism to forest and enters their own primitive origination? Why have to do that? So they can go for a compassionate tour with the suffering people, struggling people of the society, where they can develop empathy and sympathy towards them, which will reflect in their administration by properly and promptly serving. Because negligence in files, procrastination in files, undue attendance to superiors and ministers by saluting and opening the car doors, it is undue attendance. And the fourth thing is undue priority. Undue priority. There is any other preference priority to be made, it should be made on the impact of the society, concern the impact of the society, not on the basis of recommendation. This is also one status of, one grade of unlawful performance or non-ethics. So this is how they are performing. So social concern should be there. And second thing is they should have a sharp mind by which they can visualize how they can contribute something for the society. It is known as commitment. They should have a commitment. Apart from the concern, they should have a commitment. They should have a lawful obedience. They are having unlawful obedience. If I don't do something for the society will curse me. I am certainly responsible for the tears of these poor and deplorable people. I am responsible for the belly burn and the tear outburst of these people, those who are downtrodden in the society. This will affect me. This type of thinking is not there. Unlawful obedience. If I don't submit myself to this thing, immediately next week I will be transferred by this fellow. So it is unlawful obedience. So not only thinking about immediate and visible, think about something mediate, remote and invisible, that it will also affect you. So they should be treated for the tension, caliber loss as well as arrogance. They should be given the tools of commitment, social concern and the trick of lawful obedience. That should be provided for them. For that we have to create, we have made a decision to start something with Gandhiji. We are going to start a park. Ethical park is there, herbal park is there, innumerable parks are there. The society, herbal park is there, then general green gardenery park is there, IT park is there, high-tech park is there. I have already told about ethical park. We are going to make an ethical park in which we are going to select few people and that environment. We cannot create, for example, if it is summer, can I command the sun to be cool? I can air condition my hall or room. So we are going to make an ethical park. In spite of the unethical environment, we will see that there is ethical breeze and comfort of ethical munificence that is suitably made inside, in which we can groom, in which we can mold, in which we can incubate such personalities, a handful of cream personalities for the future. Persons who are available in the past should take lessons from the past and also apply the same thing to the present. And also the persons available in the present should take this past and present to implement the same thing, to imbibe the same thing as well as imprint or inject the same thing for the future. So the first way is from the past, get for the present. Make everything ready. From the past and present, incubate the same thing for the future people. It is an ethical park. We shall start it with 100 people. After 10 or 20 or 50 years, we shall live in a better environment at our last days. Even not possible, let our last generation, I have already explained, let them resolve, live in peace, harmony and absolute tranquility in divine embrace. Narayana.